Ghostbusters 2020 looks good.
It's surprising, right?
Yeah. Especially after the last one we got. You think they'll bring back Ecto Cooler for a limited time?
I hope so. That would be great.
Yeah, they need to just make that a...
We gotta stockpile it, too.
They need to make a semi-permanent thing available, like, every so often.
Yeah, make it like the McRib.
Bring it back once a month.
It comes back for Halloween.
There you go. Ecto Cooler's the new McRib. Or is the McRib the new Ecto Cooler?
I don't know which came first.
Let's not bother looking it up. I mean, you've got that kid from Stranger Things. You've got Paul Rudd. You have... The trailer had a sense of mystery about it because you didn't know it was the Ghostbusters trailer.
Yeah, it didn't try to show off the humor either.
No.
Like, I think that was the biggest problem with the 2016 Ghostbusters trailers. They tried to show off the humor and the humor was bad.
Yeah. It was poorly written, it was poorly executed, and it was poorly written.
That's because most of it was ad-libbed.
See, there's a time to ad-lib, and then there's a time to not ad-lib.
That's the time to not.
Everything in 2016 Ghostbusters was a time to not ad-lib. Wouldn't surprise me if Cool Stuff had it for $1.99 now, if that.
Let's go check later.
Maybe.
I wanted to go anyway.
Yeah, I'm broke right now, so I can't get anything. But, did I say they have Paul Rudd? Because they have Paul Rudd. They got Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd's fun.
Okay, I think at this point there's a number of actors where you know that even if it's a bad movie, you're going to enjoy that character. And that is Idris Elba, Paul Rudd, possibly Chris Hemsworth minus the 2016 Ghostbusters. Because they made Chris Hemsworth annoying in that.
Yeah. Chris Pratt?
Chris Pratt? Will Smith?
No.
Used to be Will Smith, but not anymore.
Let's be honest, Will Smith was never actually... Well, I fail to see how Will Smith gained the pop culture relevance that he did.
Before he died...
all of his movies sucked.
Before he died, Robin Williams would have been in that list.
I'd still say Robin Williams is in that list.
Oh, The Rock. Dwayne Johnson sometimes.
Yeah, because none of his movies are actually good, but
he's entertaining.
Like them.
We like him. Yeah, we like him. There's actually a number of actors, but not too many off the top of my... I'd say
Adam Driver's always a great actor, whether you like the movie or not.
Yeah, I'd say Harrison Ford too.
Harrison Ford has a few duds.
Yeah.
When Harrison Ford doesn't care, you can tell.
Yeah, you know there was a movie where they tried to make Harrison Ford the bad guy, but it flopped because he was too likable an actor.
Which one?
I don't know. We talked about it in film class.
I
can look at the slides later, probably. Let's see. Would you say Sigourney Weaver after Aliens?
Yeah, I like her in basically everything she's in.
Yeah, and there's also...
Even though I hate Alien 3.
Yeah, I say Karen Gillan too, because I like her. Unfortunately, you don't see her in much when she's not behind a ton of makeup.
Yeah.
You keep forgetting she's Nebula in the Avengers.
Yeah, I never remember that's Karen Gillan.
Yeah, never. You know, when they first revealed that she was Nebula, she actually shaved her head.
Damn.
Yeah, she was getting...
That is a travesty.
No, she was getting paid a lot for it. So, she's found it was worth it. And then later, they had her do, like, wig caps.
Yeah, because don't shave that hair.
No, that hair is glorious. On the topic of actors that we like no matter what, I saw Matt Smith in Genesis.
For like a minute.
I did not like Matt Smith in Genesis.
Because Genesis is bullshit.
Sylvester Stallone? Maybe.
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan. There you go. He's what Will Smith wishes he could be.
Because I don't like Fan Stick, but he's good.
Yeah, he's good in that. But yeah, it doesn't look like a Ghostbusters trailer. The ghost stuff comes later, and it's something of a surprise. Although the whole Ecto-1 thing was weird when they were chasing Slimer around.
Yeah. But I'm sure it might work in the movie. In fact, I'm pretty sure it will. It looks like a fun kids' adventure movie. It looks like Goonies meets Ghostbusters, and what's not to love there? It's something different. It's something new. It's something that literally it's what we should have gotten.
There was
in 2016.
there was a tagline under it. It was Ghostbusters something. Afterlife. That's what it is. And that's a good tagline. Because I'm pretty sure this is after most of the actors from Ghostbusters died in that world.
No, they're all supposed to make cameos with the obvious exception.
Spangler.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually his grandkid or something?
Yeah.
In continuity, at least.
You're like, Bill Murray's cameoing.
Yeah.
It's surprising.
As
Peter Venkman. He's cameoing.
Yeah, maybe Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah, he's going to be in it.
Oh.
That's all Dan Aykroyd has anymore.
Cameos?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Ernie Hudson?
Yeah, Ernie Hudson. That's it.
Yeah, he's cameoing. Sigourney Weaver is.
Oh, yeah, she was.
Annie Potts is.
Oh, okay. We're not going to get Dark Helmet back.
Yeah, I don't know if Rick Moranis is or not.
No. Yeah, because he said no to Spaceballs 2, The Search for More Money. I don't even know if they can do that anymore. Probably not. But yeah.
Well, Rick Moranis retired from acting.
Yeah. So. Which, on the topic of retirement, the Jumanji Next Level movie might be one of Jack Black's last movies. He's retiring soon.
Oh, wow.
And you know what the funny thing is?
What?
They set something up at the end of that movie to start a franchise that in a sequel that looked really interesting because in the credits they're going back to their roots, where after they obviously win because duh, and they get out, someone finds the busted game, which is totally the kid's fault because they should have gotten rid of it as soon as they got out. But some new guy just comes right up and like touches it, and then we cut back to the diner where everyone's hanging out, and we see the ostriches from the trailer running down the street. So they're bringing the game out again, like in the first Jumanji movie. Or at least they would. They might actually be able to get away with that if they do the fourth movie as just the game in the world and they have to send it back. Because they might be able to squeeze that away from Jack Black if he really is retiring.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we thought that this franchise was just going to be The Rock, Kevin Hart, Jack Black, all of them doing different impressions of other actors, but it doesn't seem to be the case anymore. Danny DeVito's great in this, though.
I take it he's not on screen very much, though.
No, but his attitude is. You know, I think the kids, Danny DeVito and Donald Glover, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're on screen for about maybe 10 minutes.
Or not Donald Glover, just Danny Glover.
Danny Glover. Might be on screen 10, 15 minutes total before The Rock and Kevin Hart come back into the flow. But that is our thoughts on Ghostbusters 2020, and aside from that, I think we'll catch you guys next time.
No, we have something else to talk about.
What?
What comes out next week?
We haven't seen Rise of Skywalker yet, though, so...
No, but we gotta talk about Star Wars.
Why am I here?
Why wouldn't you be here?
I mean, I don't have a whole ton to add to this. I mean, I like the prequels fine. I like the original trilogy fine.
Wait, you like the prequels fine?
Yeah, I like them fine.
But they're not good.
Neither were half the movies last year, but I found some of them decently alright.
You regret some of your choices for last year, though.
Yeah, I know. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about the ones after The Crimes of Grindelwald, and after Holmes and Watson, and after Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom, and after Venom. Wait. No, not Venom. I regret putting Venom too low on the list. I still like the prequels fine, though. They could be better.
Yeah, they could be better. Because they're bad movies. Specifically, well, okay, Revenge of the Sith's not bad. It just has bad parts in it.
Yeah.
And there are good parts in Phantom Menace.
Mm-hmm.
Attack of the Clones is horrible.
I think it's the strongest of the prequels.
You're fucking lying, and you know it.
I'm not. I mean, the romantic dialogue between Anakin and Padme, it's Shakespearean in nature. And it just shows you how much their blooming relationship is.
You can't even keep a straight face through this, can you?
Look at my face. The relationship is steadily growing like a small seed that's blossoming into a beautiful flower. Then the Shakespearean drama, when Anakin goes back to Tatooine?
Yes.
He goes back to Tatooine to find his mother, only to find her dead, and he slaughters all of the Sand People. That's Shakespearean drama.
I don't like sand.
It's
coarse, it's rough, it's irritating.
And
it gets everywhere.
Some of George Lucas's best dialogue. It's glorious. And then there's the fight with Count Dooku, where Anakin is just spinning around with 2 lightsabers in hand, and then he loses his hand. It's just bravo. Not at all causing... What's Dooku's actor again?
Christopher Lee.
Not at all making Christopher Lee out to be someone who was completely underutilized in this franchise, in that trilogy of sequels.
Drop the charade.
Charade, but yeah.
Attack of the Clones is terrible.
I was lying through my teeth. I did what most politicians do. But yeah, Attack of the Clones is the worst one. Phantom Menace and Revenge of the Sith I'll still watch.
Yeah, Phantom Menace I'll watch because there are some good parts in it. Not too many, but enough. And Revenge of the Sith is a good movie with bad parts in it.
Yeah,
specifically the dialogue.
Yeah, The Phantom Menace and Revenge of the Sith is the best 2-movie trilogy.
Because Attack of the Clones is kind of useless.
It is.
I mean, so is Phantom Menace. Now, if you're going to watch prequel stuff, just watch the Clone Wars animated show.
Which one?
The CG one. Because that one's canon. Why should you watch that? Because that's actually good.
What about the 2D one?
In fact, it's really good. The 2D one's also really good. It's just not canon anymore.
Oh. There goes Grievous.
No, Grievous is in the 3D one.
No, his introduction in the 2D one.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, because he was fighting against a Jedi called Shaggy.
Who looked like Shaggy.
Mm-hmm. So, why are we talking about... Okay, just...
Well, let's go over the original trilogy real quick. They're fresh in my mind. They're good movies. In fact, 2 of them are great.
Well, the Return of the Jedi is just...
No, Return of the Jedi is good.
You said yourself, when it's at its best, it's the best.
At its best, it's the best of the trilogy. At its worst, it's the worst of the trilogy. But the trilogy's good.
I still consider it the weakest movie in that trilogy, though.
It is the weakest movie in that trilogy. Because the strong parts aren't enough to save it from...
Empire Strikes Back?
Ewoks.
Yeah, Ewoks and how they handled Jango Fett.
Boba Fett.
Yeah, him.
Jango Fett was in Attack of the Clones.
Yeah. How they handled his death was not disrespectful at all.
To be fair, I think George Lucas himself said that he underestimated how popular Boba Fett was. Otherwise, he wouldn't have done that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they still made him go out like a frickin' Looney Tunes character.
Yeah, but honestly, like, the stuff with Luke and Vader and the Emperor is some of the best stuff in Star Wars, period.
And then there's the Ewoks.
Yeah, the Ewoks.
You know how they...
Before we talk about the Ewoks, let's talk about Jabba's palace. How that feels so detached from the rest of the movie. It's a really fun sequence, but it doesn't really add much to the story.
Other than Slave Leia in a bikini.
And just being fun.
And Slave Leia in a bikini.
And the Rancor scene.
And
the Sarlacc pit.
And Han being stuck in carbonite in a pose that he was not in.
No, he was in that pose.
No, when he got turned to carbonite.
He was in that pose.
I didn't see him lift his hands up.
That's because he did that after after it was already started.
They still freed Han from carbonite. That's gotta be like stasis or something.
It essentially is.
Yeah. Can you break...
He was blind for a little bit.
Could you break him apart and sell him, though?
Don't think so.
Damn it. That would have been funny.
Han Solo ice cubes.
1 cube for $1. Lasts at least 5 hours.
Well, let's talk about what we're mostly talking about, the sequel trilogy.
You were going to mention the Ewoks, though.
The Ewoks are stupid. It should have been Wookiees.
Yeah, that's how you would fix it.
That's how I'd fix that one. It's Wookiees.
The power of the Wookiees compels you. And then we would have seen Chewie's wife and family.
No!
And then they would have celebrated Life Day.
No, they're the Jar Jar Binks of that era.
Oh yeah, we forgot to mention Jar Jar.
Which Life Day's canon now.
This sucker celebrates the Life Day. Why is your head a Jar Jar Binkses?
You're annoying. You're a piece of shit.
But
you step in shit.
But
What's there to love?
I speak, sir.
The ability to speak does not make you intelligent. Now
But
get out of here.
But eyes are going nowhere. Eyes are coming back in the Rise of Skywalker.
Oh God, no.
What the? Why does it mean the bodies on the floor, sir?
No. It was true the whole time. You were a secret Jedi. No.
That's alright, sir. Now I'm forced to choke you like a bitch.
You're already a ghost. You can't do that.
Da!
You're a ghost. You can't do
Da!
that.
Da! Doses!
I got some friends that I want to call Jar Jar. So, Ghostbusters.
Sorry, but we're not out yet. You're out of luck. The best bet you got is the 2016 Ghostbusters.
No.
What's more annoying though? Jar Jar or the 2016 Ghostbusters?
Jar Jar.
I say the 2016
They're
Ghostbusters.
both disgustingly annoying for different reasons.
I'd rather watch Jar Jar again.
I really wouldn't.
I will.
No, the worst episodes of the Clone Wars show are about Jar Jar.
I like Jar Jar though.
Why?
He's not as annoying as people say
Yes,
he is.
he is.
I personally don't mind Jar Jar.
When, like, literally a whole third of the movie is devoted on him stepping in shit.
Pizzusa!
Defeating an army simply by his own incompetence.
Yeah, that was funny.
That was not funny.
I thought it was funny.
It was not even close to funny. Especially, like, that is worse than all of the humor in The Last Jedi combined.
Say what you want, dude. The Force Awakens is a New Hope.
Yes, The Force Awakens is a New Hope. But I will defend The Force Awakens.
Why? I like The Force Awakens.
No, I'm talking about from all the people who hate it.
Oh. What did you expect?
Not only what did you expect, but it was the exact movie you all wanted.
Go on.
Because, think about it. Disney buys Star Wars. Star Wars' name in the eyes of the fans had been tarnished by the prequels. The prequels sucked, so what do? You make something safe. Bring it back to its roots. You maybe add some new elements to it, but you make a fun adventure space movie. Like A New Hope. Now, should you have maybe strayed away a bit more from certain elements? Yes. Like Starkiller Base is a bit too much. But it's a fun movie. That's all it was meant to be.
Plus, Han finally got to live out his wish.
Yeah, dying. Because Harrison Ford wanted nothing to do with these movies after Empire.
He wanted Han to die in A New Hope.
No, he wanted him to die in Empire.
Could have sworn you said he wanted to die in A New Hope, too.
No, it was Empire. You know, and then in Return of the Jedi, then he finally died in The Force Awakens.
Kept expecting to see young Han in the prequels, too. Oh well, get on to the main point.
Last Jedi.
Your biggest regret of last year.
2 years ago.
Oh yeah.
Last time I checked, you regret your placement of it also.
Less and less, honestly.
Is it really top 10 worthy, though?
No, I was just doing that
really.
I was just doing that, honestly, to satisfy the fanboys.
No,
Because
you
at
weren't.
the time, I liked it. I didn't think it was going to be top 10 worthy, though.
Actually, you did.
At the time, maybe. I'll still put it
you
maybe
fucking
top
loved
30.
Force Awakens.
Yeah, I liked Force Awakens. I liked Last Jedi a little less, though.
Yeah, because The Last Jedi is just not as good.
No, it's not.
Mostly because it takes a lot of the elements that were set up and just kind of goes nowhere and does nothing with them.
Rey's parents,
Yeah.
Leia,
Snoke.
the Holdo maneuver.
I don't even want to mention that one because that's just fanboys being fucking retarded.
Didn't you write this down, though?
No, because why would I write that one down? I only wrote things down.
I mean your list.
Yeah, of things that needed to be changed.
All right, pull it out.
No, because I remember exactly what needs to be changed.
All right, start from the top then.
Humor. The humor a lot of times feels forced.
It is forced.
Like
Because they use the Force.
No puns.
They use the forced.
Yeah, the forced jokes.
Use the forced. Ryan.
Yeah, with the fucking Poe gets out in the X-Wing. He goes up to the Dreadnought. And then he does fucking Yo Mama jokes. Like, what?
I'm more so stuck on those frickin' frog people on Luke's little island.
Yeah, those are the worst of it. Yeah, apparently there was a whole scene that was all about them, and it was a big comedy scene with them and Rey. That got taken out.
You don't really need them.
No, they actually lessen and cheapen the movie. In fact,
Wouldn't it have been more impressive if it was just Luke on that island and he made little huts with the Force?
or they were already there.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. It's like we didn't need the keepers at all. You know, and then there's, Snoke's legs falling out of his chair whenever Hux comes in and sees it. It's like, that's a bit too on the nose.
Snoke was a waste of time, honestly.
I'm not talking about Snoke yet. I'm talking about the fact that part was played for humor.
What, Snoke's legs?
Yeah, when Hux comes into the room and he sees Kylo there and Snoke's chopped in half.
Oh.
And then the legs just fall out of the chair.
I didn't really think that was funny.
It was played for humor, though. That was exactly. It's not funny.
Why would that have been played for humor?
Because it's literally played that way. It's like he's just looking at it, and then the legs are just like, whoop. Because his body had already fallen off earlier.
How would his legs have fallen, though? Wouldn't they have just been stuck in the chair?
Hey, it's played for humor, and it's not funny. It doesn't work.
It doesn't make sense. But where's my droid?
And then there's when Luke throws the lightsaber over his shoulder. It's like, I'm fine with him throwing his lightsaber over the shoulder.
Time it better?
Time it better. Don't use a music sting. Because that's what makes it a humorous thing, and it's not really funny.
Most of Luke's humor was fine, though.
Most of it. Mostly because Mark Hamill makes it work.
I'm from nowhere. No one's from nowhere. What was it, Jakku?
Yeah. Jakku. Okay, that is pretty much nowhere.
And then Luke drinking his blue milk. Which looked green to me, honestly.
Everything blue looks green to you. It's a light blue color. Good, now before we get to the really big thing that needs to be changed, all of it needs to be changed. Literally, this whole section of the movie needs to be changed. Let's talk about the stuff we actually really like in this movie.
I like the blue milk.
I actually like the blue milk, too.
He might have liked blue milk on Tatooine.
I feel something.
You feel it?
Yeah.
That's the Force. Oh my gosh, the Force must be strong with you.
Ow! Yeah, no, let's talk. That's the best part of this movie. How they treat the Force.
Like it's a living thing.
No, that's the second best part of this movie. Yeah, exactly. Because that's how they set it up in the original trilogy with Yoda. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Luminous beings are we, not this crude matter.
You think that's why Force ghosts are so powerful?
Yes.
That makes sense. Are there just Force ghosts, or do you think there are Sith ghosts, too?
I don't think there are Sith ghosts, but I think the Sith do have something that they can do after they have passed on from the physical realm.
Something of an ethereal form?
Yeah. It would not surprise me. No, there is... Clone Wars actually had a whole cave for Sith stuff.
That makes sense.
It's like... Yeah, the way... The sequel trilogy just treats the Force way better than the prequels do. Because the prequels make them so video gamey.
You mean a blood test?
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about in terms of the... Because that's just trying to explain it on the microscopic level, and I don't like that. But no, it's like... Because all they do with the Force in the prequels is that they use it to push things around. Or go faster. Or jump
really
higher. High. It's like, there's nothing of the more spiritual aspects of it in there, like there was in the original trilogy.
Hello there.
It's like the prequels were more focused on the lightsaber battles, and the lightsaber battles were overly flashy.
Phantom Menace.
Except for that one.
Wait, which one?
Darth Maul.
What about them battling the droids while they're up against the alien that sounds like the City Walk guy from South Park?
I mean, that stuff... Phantom Menace in general has better lightsaber stuff than the rest of the prequels.
Yeah.
Because the prequels are so focused on lightsabers. Every 2 minutes, somebody pulled out a goddamn lightsaber in the prequels.
The choreography was just bad in the Attack of the Clones.
It was terrible in Attack of the Clones.
And then there are so many mistakes made with Anakin in the Revenge of the Sith battles.
The Revenge of the Sith battles are just so overly choreographed and over the top. You know, and then they, start flying around on cables, and they get on Droid's head, and they do all their flippy, and then, it's over, Anakin. I have the high ground. You underestimate my power.
You were the chosen one! You were supposed to destroy Dragon Ball GT, not buy the whole series on Blu-ray! I still like John Williams' score.
John Williams' score is always amazing.
Alright, now back to The Last Jedi.
Yep. The other great thing in The Last Jedi, Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
Kylo Ren's awesome. He's the one who has the most character development and growth.
Let the past die. Kill it, if you have to.
Yeah, I don't see why people get so up in arms about him saying that. He's the bad guy.
Not only is he the bad guy,
You're not
but
supposed to agree with him.
Not only
in fact, the movie doesn't agree with him.
Not only is he the bad guy, but look at what's been happening in this movie and the past one. They're killing off the past.
I wouldn't go that far.
Han died, Luke died, Leia passed away off screen.
No, she's still alive in the universe.
No, I'm talking about her actress.
Yeah, her actress is dead, but that's a different thing entirely.
Yeah, no, but that's essentially what they're doing, and with their next trilogy, it's either going to be leading up to them, even more so, like a prequel to the prequel, or a new trilogy that's just going to forget the past entirely.
Well, a new trilogy in the past wouldn't be setting up the prequels. It would be in its own part of space and time.
You know for a fact they'd put in some winks and nods.
Nah, I don't think they would do that.
I think they would.
No, unlike Marvel, Star Wars isn't that desperate, at least not anymore.
Tell that to the humor in The Last Jedi. You said yourself, it was very Marvel humor.
I'm talking about with their winks and nods.
Oh. I have the high ground! So, what's after the, whatever we were talking about with The Last Jedi?
Kylo Ren?
Yeah, after Kylo Ren.
Let's see, good things, good things, good things.
Luke being a hermit? Rey and her connection to Kylo? That frickin' lightsaber scene?
That just makes Kylo better. Yeah, the lightsaber scene outside of 2 errors is great.
Yeah, one
Those 2 errors being the one where the dude just slashes over her head because I'm pretty sure Daisy Ridley Mr. Q. That's fine. I'm okay with it. That's just that's a production error. Happens all the time in everything.
You should see what I find in Power Rangers.
Oh my god, Power Rangers is terrible with it. Sentai's terrible with it. No, Godzilla has that stuff all the time.
I'm talking about the movie, man. The Turbo movie.
No, I've seen it.
There's a moment in the cave where
the original trilogy had something like that, and then everybody tried to hand wave like, no, that was a force power. It totally wasn't a force power. It's when Luke tries to kick somebody, but he clearly misses, but the dude flies back anyway.
And then there's the stormtrooper that hits his head.
That dude was seriously injured.
Must have been working on 40-pound armor then.
I'd imagine.
Okay. And the second thing in the lightsaber fight was the dude who dropped his weapon. Dude just drops
stuff. Where the hell does it go?
It becomes one with the Force.
It would have been great had, we just seen... I mean, that's also just a production error. Or just a continuity error.
It's continuity because it's in one scene and out the other. That's totally continuity.
It's like you could have just had a small little thing where Rey gets his arm a little bit and he drops it.
Maybe.
It's like that would have fixed that. But otherwise, everything else about the fight's really cool. Like, the framing, the intensity of everything.
The colors.
Yeah, the colors.
We need to make a pain meter. And number 10 is getting stabbed by a lightsaber. Because not only are you being stabbed through your body, you're getting easily 5th degree burns.
5th degree? 20th degree.
Those things are not going to heal right.
Concentrated laser.
Those things are not going to heal right. Alright.
Let's see, positives.
Chewbacca, the Porgs, Poe.
No, not Poe.
You don't like Poe in this movie?
Production value is really good.
You don't like Poe in this movie?
Production value is very good.
Why do you not like Poe?
We'll get into that. That's part of the everything needs to be changed here.
That's essentially it.
The production value is very good.
Again, that's the last
from a
good
production
thing.
standpoint, people should study this film. From a writing standpoint,
people should stop looking at this and the Fallen Kingdom.
Yeah. Okay, here's everything that needs to be changed right now because this is all bad. Basically, everything to do with the Resistance, Holdo, Poe, Finn, and Rose.
I hate Rose. Not you, Rose. The Rose in this movie.
Yeah, Rose Tico.
Yeah. The forced budding romance.
Yeah, the big problem with Rose Tico is that all of her dialogue is disgustingly on the nose.
I thought her biggest problem was that she wasn't really needed.
I mean, not particularly, no. They could have had both Finn and Poe go to that planet.
Exactly. She could have easily been replaced by Poe. But instead we have that whole thing where
No,
her
John
sister died.
John Boyega did not like The Last Jedi because he felt like it did too much splitting up of the trio. Because he noticed when he watched the original trilogy, it was very much focused on that trio. Han, Luke, and Leia.
Mm-hmm. Wait, is Chewie not a part of that?
I mean, he is, but he's just attached to Han, so...
Is R2 not a part of that?
He's just attached to Luke.
Is... Leia doesn't have a little sidekick, does she?
Nope.
Yeah, but...
3PO?
No, that would still be Luke.
Yeah.
Inherited from his daddy.
No, he just bought them.
Oh. You'd think.
Uncle Owen, this R2 unit has a bad motivator.
Look! Yeah, they split up Poe, they split up Finn, they split up Rey, and they split up Kylo.
Yeah, it's like they split up in Empire Strikes Back, but they're all there at the beginning.
Yeah.
And hell, Leia and Han are together for basically the whole film.
Yeah, they don't reunite until the end of the movie. And even then, Rey meets Poe for the first time.
Yeah.
So you could say that the duo was split up for most of the movie. I still believe the romance between Rey and Finn, or Finn and Poe, more so than Finn and Rose.
There's not going to be a Finn and Poe romance, I know that much. And there probably won't be a Rey and Finn one. I don't see them going anywhere else with the Finn and Rose.
I hope not. So what? Is it going to be Poe and Rey? No, it's going to be Kylo and Rey.
Yeah, it's going to be Kylo and Rey, let's be honest.
Yeah. And it's going to end with a kiss, fade to their wedding, growing their children.
That or they're just both going to die.
If they all die, that's going to be a giant middle finger to everything.
We'll find out in a few days.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
No, there's no maybe. We will find out in a few days. The movie will be out. The Holdo and Poe thing. Holdo's an idiot. She's fucking stupid.
No one explains anything.
No, when you are dwindling that much, you have basically nowhere to go. You tell people your plan.
Tyler, we are on the verge of destruction. The Destroyer is pulling even more rage from the world, and he's coming for us. This is what we need to do. We need to stockpile as many weapons as we can get our hold on, channel some sort of ungodly power from one of the movies that we reviewed, and we have to take him out.
Okay.
Now, I'll collect some of the weapons, you call the others.
Okay.
As opposed to, I'm going to keep this plan to myself, and I'm going to let you be...
That's you and basically everyone else around. Just in the dark.
Yeah, I'm going to...
You have to have hope. Bullshit.
I'm going to leave you in the dark while the Destroyer
You can't
comes
get
closer.
hope from nothing. I don't think Ryan Johnson realizes that.
Ryan Johnson's not a good director with this movie.
No, he's a good director. He's not a good writer.
He's not a good writer. What else did Ryan Johnson do?
Looper, which is actually very good.
I own that movie, but I never saw it. Is that all he has on his resume?
A movie called Brick. He did a few episodes of Breaking Bad that everybody loved.
Oh.
And Knives Out.
Oh, yeah. We're probably not going to see that. At least not this year.
Probably not.
Unfortunate.
Don't have time.
Yeah. Because I say after Christmas we start working on those lists.
Honestly, after Star Wars.
Yeah.
Because, that's the last big movie.
Yeah.
Unless we're able to see Uncut Gems before then.
I'm going to try and see Uncut Gems. I also still got to watch Brightburn in this.
But, no, do you want to know how all of this stupid plot could be changed, though? All the stuff with the Resistance?
By talking? By not demoting Poe?
By... How do you... Because they also do the whole, they tracked us through Lightspeed thing.
Explain that?
I mean, that is explained. They have a Lightspeed tracker. I'm going to assume that's a prototype of some sort.
Oh, right. The traitor.
Yeah, that would have helped everything.
Had Holdo been a traitor.
Or had anybody been a traitor. It may not even have Holdo be the traitor. They're just like, she's not telling anybody the plan because anybody might be a traitor. They might have given the First Order the coordinates to where they are.
Would it have been stupid if Finn was something of a sleeper agent?
Yeah, that would have been dumb.
Alright. Moving past the traitor, what else?
No, that's it.
No, next on your list, I mean.
That's it.
That's all of it?
Yeah, that would just completely fix the movie.
What about Canto Bite?
Again, we already established that. It's Finn and Poe that go.
Okay. And then, what about the, No, that is essentially it.
These are very simple fixes.
And yet, Ryan didn't think to do any of it.
Nope. It's like, let's make everything that goes on with Rey, Luke, and Kylo good, and leave everything else to dry.
Alright then.
At its best, it's a great movie. At its worst, it's a really bad movie. It's still somehow more watchable than both Phantom Menace, Solo, and Attack of the Clones.
Somehow.
It's because the good stuff is that good.
At least it's not the Dark Phoenix of the franchise.
Attack of the Clones.
Yeah. Well, that's essentially it. Is there anything else worth mentioning?
No, because I guess we'll have to see how this all ends next week.
Alright. We'll probably talk about that later. Bye.